on me, that throw me on my. She think I'm a layup, then she must not know about me. She think I'm the one, she must think that I'm Kyrie. Learn to shoot the tray, young, been had a J like Tatum, come, ballin' that thing.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was our national anthem performed by the talented Skylar Cole. And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Wednesday, they'll tip it off, a road trip beginning in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Jazz in Utah.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the Houston Rockets starting five. At the guard positions, Van Vliet and Green. Thompson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5 spot. And for the Spurs, up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. Now here's Van Vliet. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And despite having a generational talent in Wembanyama, Shams, the Spurs never skipping steps. They've got great detail to everything they do.
The Spurs draft and develop, that has been their calling card. San Antonio may not be a big free agent destination and magnet, but who knows, with Victor Wembanyama there, they are going to have the ability to attract players and potentially go after players in trades. They have a ton of capital assets, draft picks that they can trade. And Victor Wembanyama has the ability to be a generational star, like you said, Kevin. Players will eventually want to be.
Quickly, can you even go back to a time when they've added Wembanyama, they've added Lively in Dallas, the Thunder's Chet Holmgren, what he did as a rookie? These young bigs have been sensational to watch. The size that the league has added has been off the charts.
And the center position might just be back, but let's look at that 2023 NBA draft. Let's revisit that in 5 to 6 years. That could be a draft that eventually will be regarded among the very best.
Houston shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight, and he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And Shams, Houston loaded with young talent, and after the Harden deal, they are loaded with first-round picks. Any thoughts on how you think they may proceed with all of that?
I'm told that front office will continue to be big game hunting. Those picks, they have a lot of them. They're going to be worth plenty moving forward, and they know it. At some point, they're going to take a big swing here, and they're biding their time, waiting. The Houston Rockets have all the cards. They've got the young talent. They've got the draft picks, and with Ime Udoka, they've had some success to build on.
I love what you said there, big game hunting. That's the only way they're going to make that jump. I love that term. Şengün with the bucket.
Love when Şengün looks to score, especially from the interior.
Here's Barnes. No good there. Good D by Thompson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Fox finds Wembanyama. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the night. And the league continuing jobs to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. Castle misses. Rockets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Vassell against Brooks. Pass to Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. Buries the long-range jumper.
Hey, when Green is hitting his threes, Jalen is a problem in capital letters.
That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. Knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Vassell, and it's Paul in for Castle. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Whitmore in for Fred VanVleet. Now here's Green. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to San Antonio. And Smith gets double-teamed. Smith with a screen on Paul. 5 on the clock. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Almost got there in time, but waited just a little too long.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. They trail by 1. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
And Fox gets it to go.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Here's Smith. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Rapid substitution. Papa Şengün. Aaron Holiday.
17 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Out to Smith. Back to Şengün. Goes back up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Fox with it. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Fox has got 6. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Spurs lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard, and those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
We've got Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Keldon Johnson. And it's Champagnie in at the 3. So that's who San Antonio starts the second one. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
And then Smith with the dunk.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that from this young man. Smith right now, beasting.
Zohan, the pass to Johnson. Over Whitmore. Misses off the right iron. Rockets trail by 3. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. And the rejection by Smith.
You can tell Smith really relishes being a force on defense. Blocks like that will help him anchor himself at that end of the floor.
Here's Whitmore. Still yet to score. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. And it's all evened up.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Houston with a big group substitution here. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Jari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. Rockets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GM, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. Fox hits them both.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Now here's VanVleet. Şengün with the screen for VanVleet. The Rockets with another miss. Spurs leading by 4. Here's Fox. And the shot goes in. Fox has got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report.
Well, Alperon Sengun's developed into a great scorer. He can put up some big numbers.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. The Rockets fourth.
Boy, I tell you what, they never eased up on the boards throughout last season. I mean, they were tenacious. They persevered. They were aggressive. I mean, they went after the boards hard.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
And the technical free throw is good.
Hey, it's hard not to gush about Green. I mean, he's one of the more exciting talents to enter this league in quite some time.
And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists tonight. We got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Inside, here's Thompson. Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. 19 seconds left to play here in the half. Didn't think that was going to go in. Castle's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
And when he's firing from out there, you know Castle is feeling it.
Here's Van Vliet. Shoots over Fox. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And here's Green outside. And so it's San Antonio enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the San Antonio Spurs.
Offensively, they can post you, drive it, run cutters. They're living large in that painted area.
And the defense has tried to pack it in a little, but those guys just keep coming.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Looking at San Antonio, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first 2 games, this next one could indicate which direction they're headed. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Nice gain, great performance by Şengün.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And so in the game for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the 1.
Now we've talked Barnes is athletic, he's strong, but he also has good balance. So he gets up fast to ram it home. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Shooting for Houston.
The free throw dropped for Şengün. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Now here's Green. Here's Castle. Şengün with the rebound. On the wing, Green, covered by Vassell, and Thompson gets it to go.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Here's Castle. He's got 7. Green with the block. And Wembanyama too much inside. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for Houston. 11-point game. Pass to Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Şengün's got 17 now.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. Good season for him last year. Was in at about 9 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Here's Castle, by Green, and the basket by Castle.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency, 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Now here's Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Shoots over Fox. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Here's Barnes. Off the left rim and out. Rockets trail by 7. Green passes to Thompson. Back to Green. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's deflected.
That's Brooks' game, intimidation.
Here's Thompson over Barnes. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
That one drops for him. Fox has got 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Castle. And a switch here also for Houston. Eason's checked in. .158 left to play in the third. Ball against Van Vliet. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Rockets ball.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Jalen Green, shooting 1.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Paul, right side. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Spurs lead by 13.
You know, as he's gotten older, the outside jumper has become a bigger part of Paul's game, as it needs to.
Here's Şengün. Second shot opportunity. Barnes grabs the miss. For San Antonio, they've gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Wembanyama, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Green. He has 6. Basket good. Green's got 8 points.
Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Paul with the 3. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Paul's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Spurs. Now Van Vliet. He has 5. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Rockets shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
At the line for 1.
What's up?
And no good on the technical, so unable to pick that one up. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Adams. Got a piece of it. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Spurs as they end the third quarter on a 12-3 run. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Williams following the basket by Chris Paul.
I see him.
Outside Williams. Smith in the posts. Sohan's there. Smith the pass to Şengün. Second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Şengün's got 19 points.
Another hoop for Şengün. They can't stop him. He's got a different kind of game, and I think it's really hard for defenders to deal with him.
Cans it from downtown.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Williams looking around. Pass to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Jumps up. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Spurs making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Houston. And so it's Houston with it. In the corner, Şengün with it. The Rockets with another miss. Spurs leading by 21. Here's Paul. An easy 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Paul so good at finding ways to score down low despite his lack of overwhelming size. He's got great confidence when he catches it there.
And Şengün throws it down.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Sohan. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Another assist in the career of Chris Paul. As good as anybody we've seen past the rock.
Here's Şengün. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He knows every possession is critical now. Houston making some changes. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And Jalen Green subbed in for Whitmore. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Wembanyama. The shot from the low post is good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Şengün with a wide open look. Again, Şengün missing. Spurs leading by 23. Pass to Paul. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Houston. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight. VanVleet passes to Brooks. Good D by Barnes.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And Paul with the basket on the assist by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Hey, yo, get on play.
And there's a minute 45 left here in the 4th quarter. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Clark, famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size, but man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player, smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
Adams outside, clock at 4, and Adams with the slam.
And a little contact like that won't slow Adams down. This is a guy who loves the contact and able to finish easily on that one.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for San Antonio. Houston with a big group substitution here. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. Jalen Green's checked in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And you can always count on VanVleet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
And that one's good, Bessie.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's VanVleet following the bucket by the Spurs. Adams, the pass to VanVleet. Brooks with no one around. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
Putting that ball in the hands of a guy ready to attack. Quality feed by Fred VanVleet.
Here's Champagnie. Gets the front of the rim and out. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.